Alright, let's get into it quickly because I don't want to use up all my time here. I'm only going to stream for an hour tops. That's it. Because I need to save some time for when me and BCHQ do the fucking movie reviews. Because we usually do like up to 3 hours. So this is going to be a quick one. It'll give me an opportunity to plug the Patreon, which is behind me. It's $1 a month. Right now, this week's podcast, the video is up on the Patreon, and that's where it's going from now on. You want to see the video? You go to the fucking Patreon, you pay $1. I give you fucks enough for free. It's enough already. Having said that, I appreciate everybody that listens and those of you that watch, but if I don't do something soon, bro, we're never going to get out of this. So I got to start dumping content onto the Patreon page. Not that I think it's going to get me out of it, because obviously not. There's no way. But whatever, I have to try. But that's not why we're here, though. So if that's not why we're here, then why are we here? Well, I will show you, as a matter of fact. And I'm also doing this because I need to get into the algorithms. Let's call it what it is. Look, Yaki Taxi, whatever the fuck his name is, showed up yesterday because he was typing some other shit into the search engine and I popped up. We need more of that. And that's from a listener that used to, tune into my live streams all the time. I really fucked this channel up by not staying consistent. But I mean, dude, I have an unpredictable life. I never know what is going to happen. I for sure don't always have the time to sit in here and do it, and I'm always held back by time restrictions or internet issues, whatever it is, a whole bunch of deals, whatever. But this is what got me. This is what got me. I was in my YouTube studio updating my Patreon because you have to unlist it on YouTube for it to get on. Like, it's a whole thing. I didn't know any of this. It's a lot more work than it's worth, in the sense that I thought I was going to be able to cut YouTube out of this whole situation, but apparently fucking not. Apparently not. So I have to change up my entire formula. So there's going to be some changes that are made to the podcast. Right? Then we're not going to use sound effects anymore. We can't use any type of music. So we just have to do shit differently. That's what it is. However, in the YouTube studio, I happen to see automatic speech recognition update. Now, I don't know what the fuck that means. Although I would assume it ain't good. That means that whenever I get up on this microphone, they know that it's me. I had a listener to the show, a supporter of mine, stole my voice essentially and made me say things that I've never said. Now, that's somebody that enjoys the show. You can imagine what somebody can do that doesn't like the fact that I speak my mind, or that I come up on this platform and I'm willing to talk about whatever, just because. Why not? Why shouldn't I? Isn't that what we're supposed to do? But I haven't looked into it. I didn't read anything. I literally saw it and then I clicked it because I wanted to share this with all of you, because I know a lot of you out in internet land are also creators as well. And every time YouTube makes a fucking stupid decision to change something, it affects all of us. Even though we're making different content, I don't make content made for children. You know, I'm not an artist. I suppose, you know, I'm not a lot of things, but I'm still putting things on this YouTube. So when they do fuck around and change rules up, it does affect me. And you, I'm sure, just not in the same way. But let's see what this fucking lady has to say to us.
Insiders. It's your host, Maria, with this week's Newsflash. It was so much fun doing my Newsflash last week. Thank you so much for your feedback. Now, on to the updates. Viewer permission level now includes read only access to comments. As mentioned in our interview,
Excuse me, if I could real quick. Is it too, and I'm not even shitting on this lady. I'm really not. This is a general blanket statement to the company and their worker bees, right? Is it so difficult to have somebody sound like a human being on the other end of a fucking camera? What even is that? I know that you guys are coaching your people to talk like this. You do realize that, like, people don't watch the news because those people don't talk like us, right? So why do you all continue to do this? We are not robots. Look, I know the future is coming, and sooner or later, we're all gonna be fucking fused up, and you're gonna be able to press a button in your fucking hand, and your call is gonna go right to your goddamn ear. Like, you know, these things are probably gonna happen. I probably will be dead by then, but you know, it's gonna happen, but we're not there yet. So in the meantime, could you talk like a person, please? And this goes to everybody. I'm tired of seeing this robotic movement. I don't relate to this. What even is this? I don't understand.
view a few weeks ago with Chevy Duke, we added a new feature to viewer permission level.
What even is that?
Previously, users who had been granted viewer level access to a channel had read only view without access to the channel comments. Now,
What the fuck are you talking about right now? So you're telling me that I could give somebody my creator view on my channel? I'm not following you. Is there another video that explains this? Probably not, because there's only so much bandwidth that these fucking robots can handle. That I fucked that up.
now those with viewer level access to a channel will be able to see the comments you've received but cannot perform any actions on them. Leave us your comments below. Next
Why? So you
update.
can ignore them?
100%
So you can ignore them like you always do? Oh, you know what? I got an idea. Let's fuck every small creator that there is on our platform. I mean, after all, we wouldn't be who we are without them. But in true typical political fashion, let's fuck every single one of them. And now you have to have 1,000 people to do a fucking live stream, which is ridiculous. Or you can go through a company like this one, StreamYard, so they'll give you 20 hours a fucking month. And if you're anything like me, where your fucking listeners listen all over the goddamn world, we're not in the same time zones. So I sometimes have to stretch 3 hours, 5 hours to make sure that everybody gets an opportunity to jump into my fucking live stream, right? So, you know, what the fuck? Ridiculous. That's what really set this whole thing and fucked it all up in the first place.
Launch, see audience interest in your YouTube analytics. We said we keep you updated on the progress of this new feature rolling out, and we're excited to say we're at 100%. Creators can now learn more about their viewer interest by.
I just want to say real quick, that was the most human thing that she's done so far in this video, was go, we're at 100%. I'm excited, but I'm not allowed to show you that, because you see, if we show emotions over here at Google, they whip us and they shock us with cattle prods. That's why you hear stories about there being sleepy pods in the offices over there, because after we get whipped in 50 Shades of Grayed up, dude, we have to go and pass out in one of these fucking pod things where we can regenerate, where we could be regenerated. Oh, god damn it, I fucked it up again. Son of a bitch.
visiting the audience tab of YouTube Studio Analytics. This card titled Other Videos Your Audience Watch will help creators identify topics for new
Really?
videos,
I'll bet
titles,
you.
or
I'll bet
thumbnail
you not.
ideas, and collaboration
How many
opportunities.
subscribers? How many subscribers do I need to use this feature? I mean, not for nothing, dude, but it, like 500 is a pretty decent amount. Not really as far as like getting paid is concerned, but generally speaking, 500 people is a decent amount. But who are we fucking kidding? All the 3 people watch the fucking videos that I do. So what the fuck are you subscribed to my channel for? Why? Why waste your time? Why waste my time? That's the real question. I think I'm better off with 4 subscribers a fucking year ago. I was better off. At least I had a more legitimate fucking audience because nobody watches. I don't know why.
Data is based on all viewers of the channel over the past 7 days, viewership from subs and non-subs. As a reminder, you may not see this feature if your channel is made for kids or your channel does not have enough information.
That AKA that means if you don't have a certain amount of subscribers, you can't have this feature because we don't want you to realize how valuable you could be. But didn't you just get done saying that all the 4 people watch your videos? Yes, but I'm sure I reach many more than that because I know YouTube is fucking over my analytics. I mean, Devin Townsend proves that. Eminem proved that. I mean, how many videos you want me to... The rugby videos prove that, dude. 6,000. The ginger videos. Come on, man. Knock it the fuck off. Don't act like I can't reach motherfuckers. Just because they're not interested in original content, that's a whole different situation and argument to be had, right? But let's get through this goddamn video.
Update. Memberships, custom emoji, and comments full launch. We've talked about this in a few news flashes, but now all channel members can use custom emoji and video comments as well as live chat.
Oh, cool.
On all channels with membership enabled and custom emoji uploaded.
In other words, 1,000. So I'm getting the fuck. Get this bitch away from me. I can't do this. I can't. Fuck you. Fuck them. Y'all don't have honor, respect, or customs, dude. Get the fuck away from me. What are you, fucking crazy? Are you crazy? Don't waste my time, YouTube. Don't waste my fucking time, will you? I didn't even get to the voice recognition because it doesn't matter. So why don't you go ahead and sample this? YouTube sucks. It does. The business end of YouTube sucks. The idea of YouTube is beautiful. The idea of YouTube is beautiful, where you have a platform where anybody, and literally anybody, if you have balls to get on a microphone or you got the labias to get on a camera, you can fucking make a YouTube video and throw it out into the fucking deep, dark crevices of the interwebs, and maybe people watch it, maybe they don't. But it's the idea that you can do it. And Nicorette can help, right? See that advertisement, just all those years of it building up on the fucking radio and the television. These ads are just floating around in my fucking head. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Sample it, dude. What do you? We're all fucked anyway. It's over. It's over. The show is over. That's right. Break out the fucking brooms. Let's sweep up the fucking confetti, dude. It's a wrap for us. We fucked up. We fucked up. We got too big, too fast. That's what happened. You know, you fuck around, you make a couple of cell phones, and now the world is upside down. Not like it always hasn't been. It's just that now, again, because of a wonderful idea like YouTube, we get to look into the abyss of the world and see it through a completely different lens, where you could see things like police brutality and protests happening in real time, or people who are live streaming their they're creating their art projects, making thumbnails, doing all different types of shit. Like this is a whole different world that we live in now. And I understand all of this shit was happening way before. They had voice recognition software, except back in the day it used to be called a wiretap, and it was a fucking detective that was assigned to your goddamn case probably that knew your fucking voice and was able to identify you, right? Or for those of us that are overachievers, the undercovers, the fucking narcs, the CIs, those type of motherfuckers that will point your picture out in a yearbook and go, yeah, that was him, because it's the only way that they can get you. Not that I'm not saying anything specific, but it's completely okay in the world that we live in for a fucking guy who uses and sells heroin to rat me out for selling and using marijuana, and I go to jail and throw away 14 years of my life while this cunt cocksucker goes and just continues to feed poison to motherfuckers and himself. And I remember your fucking name. I won't say it. And I never did try to find you, because what would I do with you? Even if I did find you, what would I do with you? There's nothing that I could ever do to you that is worse than what you're already doing to yourself. Or maybe you're dead, hopefully. Hopefully you're fucking dead somewhere, and you died choking on your own vomit from a fucking overdose, you piece of shit. Fuck that kid, dude. Fuck that kid. It's a horrible thing to say. That's a horrible thing to say. But that's how I feel in my heart. I'm not saying it's right, but that's how I feel in my heart. Fuck that piece of shit. Fuck that piece of shit. You fucking narc me out to save your own ass? Fuck you. There's a special place in hell for you, motherfucker. And I don't, dude. And maybe it's a principle thing. It's a principle thing, because people, it doesn't matter what coast you live on, what side of the world you're in, it's a principle thing, dude. There's just some things that you don't fucking do. There's some things you don't do. I can understand a guy throwing me under the bus because he made stupid fucking decisions after I told him not to, but he did it anyway, and he had a kid on the way and whatever. I can at least identify with that. You're like, all right, like, I'm not happy about it. I'm not co-signing the decision. You know what I mean? You got yourself into this mess. Get yourself out of it. Like, how about put a little bit of money off to the side to make sure that your fucking girl and your kids are taken care of straight, but you can't do that because you got into the game at a low fucking level trying to... The point is simply this. I can at least understand where I have to say to a motherfucker, look, I know what you're going to do. I already know what you're going to do. I know what you tried to do. So do what needs to be done, dude. But after that, I gotta wash my hands. I can't fuck with you anymore. That's what it. But I can understand that, at least. I can understand you wanting to protect your fucking family, despite the fact that you put yourself in this goddamn mess, right? But not a guy that sells and shoots heroin and then narcs me out to save his own ass. Fuck you. I hope you're dead somewhere, you piece of shit. Fuck you. Seriously. I mean that shit too, dude. I would say I would apologize, but I sincerely mean it in my heart of hearts. Fuck that piece of shit. But I move past that part of my life, right? Where it's just, I don't even remember what the fucking point was. I got so wrapped up in what I was fucking talking about, dude. Just voice recognition. That's what it was. Voice recognition. They already got it. They know who we are. The cameras are on 24 hours a day. This phone, even when it's off, it's on. You have to understand that. There's a reason why the old school motherfuckers wouldn't talk with a phone in the room. let me tell you how sick I am, dude. If we're having a conversation that relates to business, I don't even bring my phone in the room with me. It don't even have to be concrete. We don't even have to be making a deal. If even of a perspective of a business, regardless of whatever it is, and the legitimacy of it, I don't even bring the phone in the fucking room with me. I mean, not like they can't tap in anyway, and everybody already brings their phones everywhere that they go, dummies. Whatever, we all do it. We all do it. I just hope that the people that run the internet enjoy watching me jerking off and shitting and showering, because that's basically all my phone is gonna catch me doing, dude. Fucking care. Enjoy my cock. I hope that you do.
Wait, you take your phone in to shit with you?
No, I'm saying I hope the people on YouTube like that they appreciate the fact that they can see my fucking dick, and or if I'm shitting or jerking off or something, because that's about all that my phone catches me doing.
I know that's not our light, right?
I don't know what this is about. I have no idea.
You know what I'm talking about,
yes,
right?
I do, and I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know if it's the computer or if it's the fucking light or if it's the StreamYard. I have no idea, but it goes orange.
Well, I wasn't talking about orange.
No, I know. You're talking about the glare and shit.
Oh, no, the pigmentation.
Whatever it is fucking called. I know what you're trying to say. Yeah, I don't know what that's from or why it's happening, but it's been doing that.
Your face looks red.
Yeah. I don't know why. I know. I don't know why it also looks like I have a filter on right now. It looks like I'm talking through a Snapchat filter. Look at look at the eyes.
Pixelation.
Yeah. But I don't have one on, so maybe it's programming. I don't know. But it's fucked up. I don't have them either. I don't know where they are.
I know. I didn't know what she was talking about, but I only came in here to show you what you wrote. And then I wrote, "What's up?"
Yeah. I could have told you that was what the next thing that was coming.
I thought she was gonna be like, "I can't do it tomorrow."
Yeah. No, I don't even think that she's probably thinking about that.
Well, she's supposed to. She said that she's supposed to get paid today.
And
she was going to give me what she hired me.
Hopefully, because, dude, I mean, I don't know, man. This whole thing is pretty fucked up, right? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have the answers. I don't know. You know what? You know what I do know? Here's what I do know. I don't listen to the Opie and Anthony show. It's been long over for many years now. They don't do the show, but they never coming back, and I gotta tell you, I couldn't fucking care less. However, the reason why I bring this up is because I happened to stumble across an audiobook that was, I guess, written and performed by one of the guys from O&A, Anthony Cumia. I've heard stories about this dude. Like, for example, one of his favorite things to do is to get hammered in his basement and sing karaoke songs with a loaded fucking machine gun in his hand, like a child soldier from Africa. Now, I don't know why, of all things, you need a loaded machine gun, or why is it that karaoke, of all things, to do with a loaded machine gun. But I mean, whatever, dude. We all gotta get where we're going somehow, right? Who am I to judge? But so I'm listening to this dude's audiobook, and I don't know nothing about this guy. All I know about him is that he had a show with some other guy that basically, outside of Howard Stern, fucking made satellite radio, essentially, is what had happened, right? Now, I'm listening to this dude's audiobook. I think I'm on like chapter 12 right now, whatever it is. It is really like, dude, I think I would love to do one of these if I had more stories, god damn it. It seems like a really dope thing to do because it's basically an organized podcast is what an audiobook is. Or at least maybe you all know this already and I'm just really late to the fucking event. You know, like everybody is packing up and putting their fucking party bags away and here I come walking into the fucking joint, right? Like not knowing that it's almost over already. But I bring this up because this dude was a construction worker, man. He roofed. That's what this motherfucker did. He did roofing. And he would listen to the radio all the time. And he was talking about how he used to think that people that were on the radio were just rich because they were on the radio. I got to tell you a secret. I thought the same thing. I honestly, I did. I didn't know that you could be fucking piss broke and broadcast all over the fucking place. I didn't know that was a thing. Radio then is essentially what YouTube is now. Oh boy. This is probably gonna be bad. I've heard a lot of things, dude. So I'm not trying to say that he's a good guy. Well, yeah, okay. I was kind of expecting that one. Yeah. I mean, just from the stories that I've heard alone, I can kind of piece it together. But you know, into one of the funniest broadcasters of all time. Dude, this fucking guy, bro, is a maniac. He's a maniac on roller skates, this fucking dude. But he's talking about how he was a roofer and he wanted to get into broadcast. And long story short, you know, he winds up doing it. And they go on a local radio station pretty much in like Long Island or some shit. I'm fucking up the details. The point is that this motherfucker took a job working the radio where he was making $27,000 a year in change. By the way, which was $1,000 less than he was making at his construction job. And yet he went in and he worked the fucking radio and he did it. And then later on became arguably one of the most well-known radio personalities, shock jocks of radio history. Now, I know I'm not going to win any fans by saying this, but I'm not into that type of nonsense. Fuck Howard Stern and fuck the O&A show. 100%. Fuck both of them. I don't care how many fans they got or how big they are. I don't think there's anything funny about exploiting fucking people who are too stupid, regardless of whatever that reason is, to realize that they're being duped, for one, and for two, all right, man, how many times are you going to stick a zucchini up your ass and expect me to laugh about it? I mean, after a while, like, are you jerking off over there? Like, what's really going on here, man? You know? Like, I don't understand. God damn it. There's a joke in there somewhere, dude. It has something to do with the milkman. But you got to replace the milkman for like the Jolly Green Giant. There's a joke in there somewhere about molestation and vegetables. I just can't find it. I can't find it, but I know it's there, dude. I know it's there, dude. But, I mean, look, I'm listening to this guy, and I know full fucking good and goddamn well. Dude, this dude's not even on chapter 13 of his book, and he's already talking about making millions. I'm not crazy. I know I'm not. There's every chance in the world that I'm not going to make millions. But this is the third motherfucker that I've heard say, I wanted to do radio, and I got in the fucking radio, and now look at what these motherfuckers are doing. Now, I hear what you're saying. How many other people do you think said that same thing? And how many other people have failed? And you would be right when you say that. Except, here's the thing that I think a lot of people don't understand. Every person I've listened to that has been successful has said the same thing. I've always enjoyed making people laugh. I crack jokes about inappropriate things at inappropriate times, And, you know, that's basically it. I do those things. I told you. And at the woman that fucking raised me, dude, at her funeral, I'm fucking cracking jokes about fucking women that are at this funeral because that's how demented I am. Because I'm a man and I can't deal with my feelings, right? Just gotta shove them down. That Bill Burr bit is real, dude, and that's too many B's for me to pronounce, considering I don't have teeth in my mouth. Molestation and vegetables just sounds like a solid strategy for not getting caught and having a great time. I thought you were gonna say it sounded like a great title for a metal band album, right? Fucking ridiculous. Molestation and vegetables. You would need a band. What would your band name be if your album is called Molestation and Vegetables? I'm working on it. There's a delay in here, so you know, if my brain was a bunch of little people trying to run around and get ideas to go together to be motherfuckers dropping paint cans on the floor, you know, one guy's on a fucking lunch break an hour late, should have been back, don't even know what station he's supposed to be at, cars are crashing, yeah, fucking quadriplegics, the new album, Molestation and Vegetables, streaming on iTunes. Sounds fucking good to me, dude. I'd buy it. What's that tingling feeling in my toes? Their new single, right? That's what it would be. Speaking of which, dude, I was watching a Blacklist, man, and I gotta tell you, there was a drug in that show where, you know, they give it to you and they make you feel like you're paralyzed. Watching somebody, I know it's not real. I know it's a show and James Spader is fat. We need to start that hashtag because I don't want one of my favorite people in the world to have a fucking triple bypass or whatever, dude, because that motherfucker has been putting on the pounds, guy. And if you watch the Blacklist, if you like in the first season, at some point in the first season, they changed up the formula to now it's become this ASMR detective fucking show because everything is done by a fucking whisper. I don't know why, but they all talk like this when they got some really important shit to say, and it's really fucking annoying. I don't know why they do it, but they do it. And they make that gopher sound that the Winnie the Pooh. James Spandex. Yes, James Potato. Bro, look at his face. I gotta pull his face up. When you see his face, you're gonna laugh so hard. Dude. You're gonna be like, wow, he does look like a potato. Hold on. See, look, there's the skinny version of our guy. Looks like he's got cancer, this poor fuck. Look. This is my favorite guy in the fucking world, dude. So I don't want to hear no shit. James Spader. And you have an open invitation on my podcast. Not that you want it, but, you know, you have it. I'm saying, would love to talk to your demented ass. Try to figure out what goes into your decision making, right? But check this out, dude. Now, let me get a good one. Let me get a good recent one. Look at that. Jesus. Woof. Look at that, dude. No good. I mean, come on, man. Oh, are they trying to say this is the same dude? That's funny as shit. Oh, real quick question about The Office. Jim and Sam were talking about The Office, and Sammy was saying that one of the funniest things was when The Office found their voice. It was when that guy Michael was trying to sing an Ice Cube song because he wanted to sound cool the way the Ice Cube sounded. I don't remember the exact quotable, but he wanted to drop the N word so bad. I was just curious if he did it or not, just to be, controversial. There you go. There's a perfect picture. Look at that fucking fat face, dude. Look at the fat face on this guy. No good. James Slater played one of the characters on The Office, Robert California. Shit. Dude, I can't get through that show, man. It's too much for me. It's too much for me. I'm going to say something weird and quirky, and then you're going to look at the camera all fucked up. Ready? Here it is. That's it. That's the whole fucking show. That's it. That's the whole show. Just the whole show the whole time. I'm going to say things really loud for effect, but I don't mean a single word I'm saying. Look at my eyeballs. It's ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous. I get it. Hey, if that's your show, I get it. I understand. I like dumb shit too. That is so disrespectful of me, dude. I can't believe I just tried to take a sip of a drink and say that at the same time. Yeah, see? It's one of my favorite shows of all time. I get it. It's one of those shows that I can look at and I can go, I definitely see the point. What the fuck? Am I having a stroke? Does anybody else smell toast? What's going on here? I definitely can see the point to how you would look at that show and you could go, oh, this is fantastic. But I don't know, some moments for me are funny. I don't know, I think I'm too used to stand-up comedy in the sense that I like, kind of rapid fire a little bit. Let's explore. I want to explore idea and let's go deep and dark into it. What it's like being wrong and dead to me. I mean, I'm often, I know I say a lot of controversial things, dude. What is something that I really like? You know what? Your Office, The Office to you. Speaking of stroke, Ron Paul had one on his live stream. It was fucking horrible, man. Oh, did he really? Well, in all seriousness, what does that look like? Did he start to stutter over? And I'm not even joking. Like, did he start to stutter over his words and shit, or was he just talking normal and then everything just kind of stopped? Like, I don't know. I know the face does the droopy thing. Oh my God, that's fucking horrifying. Just to imagine you're sitting at home watching this, you must be fucking like, imagine how he must, dude. I mean, that's one of my biggest fears, dude, is that I'm gonna fucking die on camera. Who wants to do that? I don't want to do that. But if I do, I mean, it better be fucking good, at least, right? Better get the goddamn clicks, goddamn it. Like, I joke, but who wants to die on camera, man? That's terrible. The left side of his face started drooping and he started making weird, scared noises. I know exactly the ones you're talking about. Where it's that inner fucking scream noise that people do when you're so fucking afraid that you can't even make a sound, and it just comes out like a real high-pitched sound, almost like air leaving a fucking balloon. Yeah. Well, I hope for his sake that he recovers okay. I never want to hear something like that happen to anybody. I know that the political world is a very stressful world, but, unfortunately, I don't think that they're going to take the money out of politics anytime soon. If they did, maybe it would make, jobs like this a little bit easier, to where guys wouldn't have to fucking have a stroke on camera because they're so busy trying to hold everything together. Like, it's crazy. And this guy has been around. I've heard of him recently, like in the last election, not the one that just passed, the one before that. I know Ron Paul, I think, was a big name that was getting floated around. So I've heard of him. I'm not really sure who he is or what he stands for. I've heard good things and bad things, but either way, regardless of wherever his political affiliations lie, or whether I agree with him on any policies or not, just want to take a moment to say that I hope to him and his family and his supporter base that the dude gets better. You never want to hear about a story like that, especially for somebody of his age, an older man. That's not good news. That's not good news at all. So, my heart goes out to him. I'll probably go out a similar way like he did. Except I hope in the moment when it all comes crashing down on me that I'm not afraid. That's really all I can hope for. I hope that I know it's coming. Like sometimes, like I would hope that when you wake up that morning, maybe there was like a little tingle in his left leg or something, where he was like, something just isn't right, but I got to do this interview. Like you get a little signal from your body, just so that something is not 100% right. But I mean, how are you not scared in that moment when every part of your body just shuts down and you just can't operate the way that you used to anymore? That's fucking horrifying. It's one of the scariest things in the world. I mean, there's movies about it. There was a movie about it where a guy was in some kind of a mental facility, and they put him in a morgue drawer, and he was awake the entire time. They were operating on him and shit. Like this is real deal stuff. It's very scary, especially when, I mean, is there anything you can really even do? I think after we hit a certain age, and I'm not even trying to bring this into a deep, dark area, but it seems like, no matter how old we get, eventually your brain, I think, just kind of taps out. It just taps out. Like, I can't do it anymore. Like, that's it. We've done all that we can do. Oh shit, this is it right here. Hold on, let's see. Did they take it down already? Ron Paul appears to have suffered a stroke.
It has to be liquidated. We have to get rid of that. That's a bird. We have what kind of
Bro, hold on. Can I explain something to you, to the professional broadcasters in the audience? Listen up, dopey. This is what should have happened. Okay?
Stop the Paul. It has to be liquidated. We have to get rid of that. That's a bird. We have
right there, you should have had your fucking hand on the button to cut that shit off. If you know the way that this man speaks, you got to be able to make a fucking decision. If you're going to get yelled at by your boss later on, whatever, dude, it would be better than the fucking, I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Still going. And you're looking at the camera, you fucking dope, dude.
Stop the Paul. It has to be liquidated. We have to get rid of it.
That's enough, man. That's enough. I got it. That's. How does one person not like this video? Is it because the man had a stroke and you didn't hear the end of his sentence? Are you upset? Like, have some fucking dignity, people. Jesus Christ. Even if you don't like the fucking guy. I mean, god damn it, man. Haters ever take a day off? Ever? The man had a fucking, I would imagine, it sounds like a stroke, dude. I mean, there's not much else that could be. Fuck. That's scary. You know why that's scary, dude? Because it just goes to show you that you can go from normal, and then the fucked up part is there was no real change in like what was happening. It's not like you fell over real fast or anything like that. It just literally that fast. Literally that fast, your brain goes from working to not working anymore. And then what do we do? What can we do to fix this? We don't even know. We don't even know all the things that the fucking human brain can do. Never mind be able to fix it, especially with a man that is of that age, dude. That's crazy. That fucking sucks. I really do hope that we're able to make some neurological advancements. Selfishly, I say that because I would like to hope that one day, there's, I hope that part of my brain, hope the part of my brain that worries goes first. Yeah, you and me both, dude. Seriously. I mean, can you imagine that would be shitty, dude, if it's, of course, the second that like you're worried about shit your entire life, about things you can't change, I would just hope that you just wake up one day and you just don't care anymore. You're just like, you know what? All that shit I was worried about before, fuck all of it. Gives a shit. That would be convenient. Unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna fucking happen. I don't understand. I think we need to do more research on the human brain, try to figure out why the fuck do some of us obsess over things so much, right? Like worrying about things that we can't fix and we can't control and we can't change. Why do we obsess over those things? What the fuck is even that about? Because we're smart enough to be able to have a thought, to be like, I'm looking at the system, whatever it is, and going, it's not working. Something's not right. And then at the same time, you can have a simultaneous thought that's like, nothing that you ever do is going to change that system. And we know this, right? We know this going in. And yet for some reason, all we do is worry about it. What is the purpose of that? Every day I wake up, I got to go, is today the day that I can't move my legs anymore? Why am I thinking about it? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. In the grander scheme of things, though, I can't change that. So whenever they don't work anymore, they don't work. And why are you forcing me to think about this right now? What is that benefiting us? I don't understand. What is beneficial about making me obsess about something I can't change that will spiral me into a fucking depression that will make me not want to fucking do anything anymore? Because I have that. I'm sure you have that. We all have it. We all have it. Just because my problems are different than yours doesn't mean that you don't fucking probably have the same issues that I got. Your shit is just different. You're worried about other things. Things that you can't fucking change. Maybe you wish you had a better relationship with somebody that passed away. Well, it's too late now. They're fucking dead, right? Oh, wait. I know. I already know. There's something in here. There's something in here. I already know it. I don't even have to read it. I already know it. Like walk around in the grocery store and think, it would be dope if I wrote my name on the condensation of one of these freezer stores with my pecker. Yeah, let's do that. Dude, can you imagine the wicked infection you would get in your fucking urethra if you just started drawing on a freezer door with your fucking pecker head? I would imagine you would have to use the bottom side of the tip. I've never done it before, but I would imagine it's not something you want to go straight on. We're not shooting a clown in its mouth, right? You can't do that. I personally think it might be a safer option to try to draw with your balls. Maybe, what do I know? Kids are too busy licking fucking ice cream and putting it back, so I don't go near the freezer section anymore unless I have to, right? Fucking savages. I still have nightmares about that fucking dumb bitch licking the toilet seat. It'll be 3 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock in the morning. Dead fucking sleep, I think I'm in. And all of a sudden, Thumbtack in the pee hole, no infection. Ah. I mean, Jesus, right? Right? You would think it wouldn't hurt that bad because how small it is, but fuck that shit. Fuck that shit, dude. I had a 12-foot stent pulled out of my fucking urethra, man. I know what pain is, believe me. Crazy. Bro, that shit hurts so bad. You want to hear something fucked up? I'll tell you the fucked up story. It's kind of gross. I'm not going to go into the details, but so I'm at the dick doctor, right? And I got kidney stones going on, the whole thing. I got a sound blast, which is basically where they take ultrasound technology, like they rub it on the fucking woman's stomach and shit to do the ultrasound. They use that same technology and they put it to your kidneys somehow. Now, of course, they knock you out when they do this. Thank fucking, do the Catholic salute that they knock you out when they do it, right? So they blast your fucking kidneys, and this shit just rapid fires out of you, or at least you would think so. There's a lot that happened between the moment I left the hospital with the 103 fever in the wheelchair to going back to get the stent removed, and I will leave all of that out because it's so gross I can't even stomach talking about half of it. But anyway, I'm in the office, right? And I got a jazz doctor, dude. My dick doctor is the jazziest motherfucker I've ever met in my life. What do I mean by that? This guy literally looks like he belongs in a jazz band. He's black dude, right? And because he's black, he's got to be in a jazz band. Shut up and listen. Let me finish first. He's got short hair, right? He's got the short hair on his head, but it's fucking perfect, man. It's like 3 inches off of his head. That's it. It's just enough for you to go, man, I wish I could do that. And that's it. That's it. That's all. That's enough of it. It's enough of it right there. That's enough right there, right? Then you look at that. What is he wearing? Button-up shirt on, right? Fucking watch face like this big on his goddamn wrist. He's got them bracelet deals that have links in them that are like this fucking thick and it's all gold and shit. He looks like a bad motherfucker, dude. He's got a pair of glasses on that are just kind of tilted off his face a little bit, so when he looks at you, it looks kind of like he's looking down at you. Just a bad motherfucker, dude. Looks like he belongs in a jazz band someplace. But this dude comes into the office. Now, when you go in there, they tell you, drop your pants, do the whole thing. I do none of that because, dude, even when the pants don't come off until I'm about to fuck, bro. That's legitimate. That's how you know you're insecure. I keep my pants next to me and my shirt in my back pocket. Don't fuck around. Dude, seriously, though. The doctor comes in. He's like, all right, hold on. I'll be right back. I have to go pretend to do something so that I can send in one of my savage nurses to do my dirty work because, got to keep my hands clean. You know what I mean? So he sends this fucking lady in who reminds me now, with my future knowledge and the past back then, she reminds me of the Beast of Bayonne from The Odd Couple. You know what I'm talking about? Where Felix hires a cleaning lady out of the unemployment office to go and clean the house because Oscar is a slob. And that lady's build reminded me of this woman in the doctor's office. She was cool, or at least I thought she was, until it came time to pull the string, and then it wasn't fucking cool anymore. So this lady walks in, and she does the deal, dude, where she's got the gloves, and she does this shit. I swear to God, they do this just because they can. She does this shit to me, dude. I even got the glove out to demonstrate. Who takes care of you like I do? Nobody does. That just happened to be there. Yeah, I was performing a prostate exam on myself in my spare time, which is why I have this. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. She does one of these things right here, and then she goes like that, except when she does it, the glove actually snaps into place. There must be a contract with these glove companies that says, like, you know, we need it to snap, bro. We want these guys to know that when the gloves go on, oh, we mean fucking a business. And somebody's getting cut open, something's getting ripped out, I'm shoving something in somewhere. These fingers are seeing blood today, god damn it. You know, but once I take the beast out, it has to taste blood. There's no other way. I don't know if that's how they get themselves excited for their work day in the morning, but if I worked in a doctor's office looking at dicks all day, that's what I would do, right? So, you know, she walks in, and I feel like she got Popeye arms, right? Now that I think about this, but she goes, okay, you ready to get that thing out? I said, no, I'm not. You have a vagina. Bye. Right? Seal of freshness. Ugh. Yeah. Seriously. I didn't say you have a vagina. Bye. I didn't say that. I wanted to say, I was like, well, I mean, you're a woman, dude. I mean, my dick's not hard. I literally said to a doctor, my dick is not hard right now. I can't show it to you. Well, I don't want it to be hard. No, lady. You don't understand. Anytime that my penis has ever made an appearance, it has been hard. You understand? I cannot have you damaging my fucking reputation by seeing my tiny little flaccid pee-pee right now. We can't do that. Yo, I don't know where did they find me at? I don't know, dude. So she's like, listen, doctor ain't coming in. I'm doing this shit right here. I don't know if she made that choice because I didn't want her to do it, or if it was because maybe he couldn't handle it. Maybe he was, I don't know if it was a homophobia thing. I have no idea. I'm not trying to say it was a homophobia and like, I'm not going near that dick. Bro, you work around dicks all day. How could he be a homophobe? I don't know, dude. People have different reasonings for different things. Whatever. Either way, she's not leaving. So, like, okay, I guess I'm pulling my pants down now. The most emasculating thing that I could ever do is have a woman with a straight face just look at it. Just look at it and be like, nah, you know, she didn't say that. In my head, that's what she did. In my head, she went, nah. She didn't do that, but I feel like she did, right? So, bro, when I tell you, there was a ring on top of it. There was a ring on top of it, like a ring pop, right? Like, so she put her finger in it and she went, she's breathing in like she's about to pull it out of herself. You're pulling it out of me, dude. Like, come on now. You know, she puts her finger around it and she's like, okay, are you ready? I'm going to count to 3 and then I'm going to start pulling. She didn't say, I'm going to pull. She didn't say, and then it will be over. She said, and then I'm going to start pulling. Start being the key word in that situation. I go, okay. I really hope that she doesn't do it on 3. And before I could even finish thinking the thought, she goes, 1, 2, and yanks that motherfucker like she's starting a lawnmower. Now, I have to tell you, I could not describe to you the way that it felt, other than it was a very strange kind of pain. And my body was like, dude, we should yell right now because this really sucks. And the only thing that came out was nothing. Not a goddamn noise. Just a single hot tear out of my one fucking eyeball, dude. As I just sat there, just gripping the fucking table in what felt like an eternity, which was probably like 30 seconds. But, dude, my God, that was a fucking... Jesus. I mean, that fucking thing, dude, was... I don't know how they fit it in there. The idea of just some guy with me passed out on a fucking table, dude, taking this string and just shoving it into my, I don't know if that's what happened. Apparently, the thing went from inside my urethra and it went all the way to fuck around into my kidneys to keep them open. That's what the stent was in there for. And I have to tell you, I don't know if they make anti-boner pills, but if you ever have to get kidney stone surgery, dude, you need to get anti-boner pills, because my fucking dick didn't give a shit that there was a stent in it. It just wanted to get hard and soft whenever the fuck it felt like it. And that shit felt like there was razor blades in my dick every time I tried to do anything. It was fucking horrible. Horrible. But I guess it's a story, right? So, I mean, there is that. I mean, I'm sure I could probably punch it up, try to make it funny or whatever, but that shit was horrific, dude. But, I mean, it just made the machinery that I saw in that place. It's the things that nightmares are made out of, dude. It really is. They had a numbing machine where this thing, it might as well have been this fucking big. It might as well have been this fucking big. Because I'm like, well, can you numb it first? They go, you see that thing sitting over there? We would have to shove that into you first for you to numb it, and you would be in so much pain by then it would just be easier to pull it out. So, you know, I'm not saying to put off the dick doctor. As a matter of fact, it's the exact opposite. Where, I mean, if you have not yet been to go and get checked, just to even make sure everything is running properly, you should go. If you're in that stage of your life where, you know, they should be doing tests, you should definitely go get your dick checked out. I understand it's uncomfortable. And the last thing you want is another human being, let alone somebody that you're not going to be fucking involved with, to be looking at your shit, dude, and, you know, having it all out. Like the people in the waiting room. Oh man, I remember that still. The people in the fucking waiting room, dude, were it's like they knew. It's almost like if Old Yeller was a person, dude, when I walked out of that fucking office to leave and to go home, it was like they were taking me out in the backyard to shoot me. All the sad eyes just looking at me like, oh, we know what just happened to you. And they're like, you know, just like, let's get out of here. You know, just defeated. Get me out of here, please, before they do anything else to me. Horrible. But you should go. I'm not doing a really good job of selling it to you. But you don't want to wait until you have a problem. You don't want to wait until you have, don't be like me. Don't be like me where you don't go to the fucking hospital until there's blood coming out of your dick. Don't do that. That's never a good sign. That is never a good sign. Blood's not supposed to come out of there, dude. So if you got blood coming out of there, go get fucking checked out ASAP, dude. That's what I did. Come on, man. You know the line. But, you know, you should definitely get checked out. It's really important. I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of good doctors. You have to get comfortable with the idea that the older you get, you're just going to have to get used to being naked in the room with other fucking grown people who have no interest in you whatsoever. And you have to just be okay with that. Look, dude, I've been to the dick doctor. I've had thermometers shoved up my ass in the hospital. Seriously. I've had a woman do an ultrasound on my fucking balls, dude. That is not an exaggeration. Really happened. Legitimate. Had an ultrasound on my ball sack. For real. Like, I don't even need to tell you how embarrassing it is when you're laying on the fucking table and you're going, please don't get hard, please don't get hard, please don't get hard, because all my dick wants to do is get hard in situations when it shouldn't get hard. You know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. That one day that you decided to go to school in khaki pants? Yeah, that was a bad fucking move, because now you're going to be hard all day. Why? Because for some reason your fucking penis knows that this is no time for action, pal, but for some reason the motherfucker wants to be in the 1st Infantry whenever there's not a war happening. But when it's time to call to arms, this motherfucker is nowhere to be found, bro. What is that? What even is that? But all of a sudden you're a Minuteman. All of a sudden you're a Washington Minuteman now when you need to perform. But if I'm walking around not doing shit, all that you want to be hard for everybody and the fucking Lord to see, it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. But, you know, you just have to get used to the idea of being naked and comfortable around strangers that you have to pay, by the way, to be there, because they don't want to see your ass naked. It's reverse stripping. It's reverse stripping. The older you get, the more money you have to pay to a stranger so you can then go into their office, get naked, get a couple fingers pushed inside of you, get your balls juggled around, cough a little bit, and if you're lucky, maybe you get a doctor's appointment. I mean, if your doctor's cool, dude, maybe they do the feel up on the house, right? Maybe, just maybe. Apparently they do this shit to your balls when they have them too. I don't think any guy has ever done this shit to their balls ever. I know I haven't. I don't know why I do this when I say that, but that's the thing that I do. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. Dude, this thing is all over the damn place, right? I might as well let you know before I wrap this thing up and get out of here, just because I want to save some time for the review that we're going to be doing on Tuesday, which will be of something. I don't want to say. Hold on. Let me look at the name so I can make sure I get it properly, because I know I'm going to fuck it up. So give me a second. Taoist Master is the movie that we're going to be reviewing on Tuesday. Now, this film, if you're interested and you might want to watch this at home, you can find it on YouTube. It is not in English. The entire film is subtitled in English, though. It's in whatever fucking language. It's in Japanese, Chinese, something like that. I don't know. I don't pretend to know. You know what I mean? So you have to excuse my fucking ignorance. I just know it's an Asian film of some variety. That's about all I know. But it's all English subtitled. There is no dubbed version, at least not that I have found. And I watched the whole thing, dude, just out of curiosity, for lack of a better term. So, I mean, I found the subtitles are annoying. However, I find that you don't have to necessarily read the subtitles to know what's going on in these films, just because it's so interesting, dude. When you put a movie on that's in a different language, when you start to watch it, when you're seeing the characters interact with one another, you don't even really need subtitles, I think, to be able to pick up on. You can piece together what the dialogue is. I mean, if you're actually into the movie and you're paying attention and shit. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. But I did watch the whole thing. It was an interesting. Yeah, I watched it. Pretty stereotypical story, nice CGI. Yeah, but that's exactly what I took from it as well. The CGI is exactly what caught my eye, dude. Because of how fucking beautiful some of the shots were done. I mean, yeah, definitely a stereotypical story, I would imagine. You know, magic, evil, blah, blah, blah. Stuff like that. Still decent. It's a decent film, though. I watched it. Kind of interested to see what BC is going to think of it. I was honestly very surprised that we came to the same conclusion about Chinese Hercules. In the sense we were like, man, this movie sucks. Not like it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible, but it definitely wasn't great. That's for sure. But this is part of the process. We got to get through some bad movies. Maybe we'll get to some good ones. Hopefully, we'll find some really cool English dub shit eventually. I don't know, but we got this one, and then eventually we're also going to be doing Bloodsport with, I think, Jean-Claude Van Damme, I think his name is. I don't know. I just watched the trailer for Bloodsport, not yesterday, the day before, and I did not remember that film was based on apparently a real life CIA operation that went down between America and Hong Kong, China. I did not know that. That is the right place, right? Hong Kong is in China and not fucking Japan. I didn't just say the wrong thing. I don't think I did. If I didn't, and I could have got away with that just now, that's kind of upsetting. But hey, man, I'm not a geography major, I know I'm lucky I know where I am right now. Never mind where the fuck Hong Kong is and what country Hong Kong is in. But, I didn't know it was based off of an actual CIA operation. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's all bullshit. But our guy, our Bolo guy, whatever his name is, I forgot already, from the Chinese Hercules is in Bloodsport as well. So I find that to be interesting. He was not oh my God. Jesus. Well, that's going to get me canceled. A slip up. Oh, that was not. Oh, fuck. Dude, as offensive and horrible as stereotypical Asian accents are, I find them fucking hilarious. Hilarious. And if you have a beef with that, you can go ahead and load up any fucking anime that you want, and I guarantee you they will be talking shit about the Americans at some point. So it all evens out. Well, how do you like them fucking apples, dude? From my understanding, it's a fake story made up by a habitual liar. Well, I mean, as soon as I heard the word CIA, there's a whole story behind that guy. Well, I gotta find out who the fuck this guy is, and we gotta dive into this shit, right? I could do a fucking whole podcast episode on that, despite the fact that I'm sitting on 7 hours right now, and the fact that tomorrow's episode for 5 a.m. is already scheduled. Fucking Are You Garbage podcast, putting you motherfuckers on notice. What? Yeah, they're number 17, apparently, on the iTunes charts. Whatever the fuck that means. Who even knows what numbers mean anymore? Which I'm happy for them. Happy to support them. They fuck with a lot of stand-up comics, even guys that I don't fuck with necessarily, but that doesn't, there was no reason for me to add that last part. For some reason, I felt compelled to say that because some people that they've had on, I really don't like at all, not even a fucking little bit. Everybody's got a thing, but I'm taking their fridge contest and I'm running with it, dude. Trying to earn myself some goddamn press, which is not going to work because it was only a blip on their radar, right? It was a small thing, and now they're back to fucking interviewing, famous comedians and not dealing with the likes of a jerk off such as myself. However, you can't take away from me the fact that the motherfucker said I can move some merch, dude. You can't take that from me. They said I was a showman, goddammit. You can't take it. You can't take it from me. I don't care if they didn't mean it. I took it as they meant it, and you can't have that. I'm keeping it. Proud of that shit, dude. Because I said to Jen before I turned the camera on, I said I gotta punch this shit up so that I let these motherfuckers know what time it is. And that's exactly what I did, dude. And I sent it into them not knowing the way they were going to respond to it. And fortunately, it landed exactly the way it was supposed to. Outside of the fact outside of the fact that they say that, well, how much meth is in that fucking house, because those two sound real fucked up. We'll get to all of that in the episode. I'm sure we absolutely will not. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, because quick, real behind the scenes, real fast, like in the beginning of what happened was I was downstairs and I was just coming off of watching the episode for the first time that I still haven't finished because I can't. That shit fucked me up for a second, but that's besides the point. I was downstairs and I was thinking about all these different ways that I could open up the fucking show and thinking of strategies that I might be able to get some attention onto this thing. I mean, I'm not stupid. I'm working the Instagram comment sections, not in a dirtbag kind of a way, but just enough to where motherfuckers will recognize the thumbnail when they see it if it pops up in their algorithm. You know what I'm saying? There's a motive behind everything that I do, and it's not begging motherfuckers for guest appearances, because you can't even get the clearances, because real lyricists don't even respect you or take you serious. It's not that we don't like you, we hate you, period. I could do the rest of the verse, but I won't. But I fucking won't. You're gonna copyright strike that, YouTube? Fuck off. Fuck off. What was I talking about? I was in the middle of, I was at the beginning of recording tomorrow's episode. It's gonna drop at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check your local podcast listings. iTunes, Spotify, Anchor.fm, Laughing at Birds, right? I was in the beginning of recording this episode where I was talking about it, and I had a fucking hardcore panic attack, dude, for no reason. Happens to me sometimes, and I kept it in because I've been thinking about something lately. I don't know why, but for some reason, a comment that I got last year has been floating around in my head for the last couple of days. And it was by some girl, some lady who, I don't know where she's from or who she is or what she's about, right? But she commented on one of my videos and she said something along the lines of, I would love to make a YouTube channel, but I don't have the confidence. And, I just want to say that I appreciate that you do. And I'm paraphrasing what she said. But, oh, you heard that? Damn. That was my arm, dude. I just felt that whole shit. They just vibrated my whole arm, dude. That's no good. That's no good at all. I can still feel my hand. That's all right. You got to check sometimes to make sure. You got to check and make sure. Oh, man. So, look, I don't know why, but that's been floating around in my head the last couple of days about, well, I wish I could do this and I don't have the confidence, but you can do it, right? And Nicorette can help. So, in the middle of recording this fucking episode, dude, I have a fucking panic attack where I actually just have to sit there for a second and I have to be like, dude, I had it and then I lost it. I acknowledged what I was talking about and I got really uncomfortable real fucking fast, because when I do this, when I do what I'm doing right now, I can't think about the fact that this mic is on and this camera is on and this channel is live and there's people on the other end of it, or even when there isn't, even when it's just me and OBS by myself in the morning in this room, dude, I get nervous. I get scared. I do. I really do. I still get nervous. It's been over a year and a half, and every fucking time I get nervous, dude. And now I can turn it off sometimes, and I can ignore that primal voice in the back of my head that is going, what are you doing? Get the fuck out of that room, dude. You don't want to be on camera right now. I have to ignore that. I have to go against my natural instinct, which is basically fucking get the fuck out of there. right? I have to ignore that. I have to ignore that and just do it anyway. But, in that moment, I had a legitimate moment of fear, dude, where I say even in the video, because I had to edit it together. There's like 5 parts, 4 parts, whatever it is. I even said like I acknowledged what I was doing and I got uncomfortable, so I have to get it back now. And I sat here for a moment and I knew it was over. There was no getting it back. That was it. I had to turn the video off. Oh shit. God damn it. God damn it. Ah, forgot about that. Oh, why? Why do I do this to myself? It's been 3 days. Where's your 5-minute stand up? All right. Let me explain myself. Lucy got some explaining to do. I was reading an article about storytelling and comedy. The objective behind this was to read the whole article. I was going to break the article down, right, on a video that we could share together. And then when it was over, I was going to attempt to try to write like a storytelling, like comedy 5-minute bit thing, whatever. Except I was getting interrupted like every 5 minutes, dude. It is what it is. Some days that's gonna happen. The problem is this article is so goddamn long. Hold on. Sometimes I have a problem swallowing. I think the CP acts up my fucking throat or whatever. I don't know what that is about. I have the same thing after I eat where sometimes it feels like the food wants to come up for like 20 minutes solid. You have to fight that. But this is a very long article and it's well informed, but it's very confusing. Well, see, that's the problem is I don't know what my style is. I looked and I was watching these things. Look, I read an article on regular stand-up. And how you go about doing it. And when I used to write, not that I am happy about admitting this, but when I used to fucking write shit, we'll just call it what it is because that's what it was. Shit. I never could write bars, dude. I don't know how to structure, right? And that is a downfall of mine, and it has been my entire life. I don't know how to structure things. So when they tell me you have to put together a bunch of small bits to make a 5-minute fucking set, I don't even know where to begin. So it seems on its face like storytelling would be a little bit easier to do, in the sense that, like, okay, from the article that I read, it said like we have the beginning, right? Then we have 1A, which apparently, here's how it breaks down for you to tell stories. Apparently, some dude wrote a long time ago, was way smarter than me, and this guy quoted that guy, so now I'm quoting him, and I'm telling you, if you're writing a good story, apparently you have to have a character, then you have to make that character, you have to give that character a challenge, like to climb a tree or some shit, right? And then, that's what it is. You meet the character in Act 1. In Act 2, you climb the tree, I think he says, or in Act 1, you climb the tree. In Act 2, you set the tree on fire. And in Act 3, your person in that tree has to find a way to get down. That's essentially how storytelling, joke writing is written out. I don't understand it. This is where I would love to, and I know it's selfish of me, and I would never ask him something fucking stupid like this, or ever to expect somebody on his level to fucking dick around with the likes of me, even if I was half decent, even if I was a fucking working road comic and I wanted the advice to somebody like Joey Diaz. I would never bother that man with some shit like that. But I would love to just pick his brain and be like, dude, how do you do it? How do you do it? Can you explain your process? Because when I listen to him do it, I'm like, dude, I have stories. If I can figure out a way to structure it, I know I'm not going to be as funny as him, but I got cool stories, right? Like, I make people, I kill in the fucking parking lot, dude. Sometimes you should see me. You should see me out there, man. I try. I don't put it on. It's not an act. Like, I go out there and I'm a regular fucking animated, obnoxious, ridiculous self. And what's funny is when people see me outside, I'm the exact opposite of everything that I am here. When I walk into this room, I blow the fucking doors off the joint. And I'm all over the place, and I'm loud, and I'm in your face, and I'm all that. When I go outside, I'm fucking... If you didn't know any better, you would think I was a mute. I don't speak to anybody. I have my headphones on. I'm listening to a podcast. I'm listening to music, and I'm minding my fucking business. I don't usually speak unless somebody speaks to me, or if I get roped into a conversation that I will try to fight my way out of, because I'm very antisocial and I get nervous in social situations. However, if you get me on a fucking story, I'm glad you have so much faith in me, dude. Why do you need to write? You're quick-witted enough to do it on the fly. I mean, I hope so. This is a job. This is something I would love to call Doug for, because he's probably going to be mad at me if I say this. I don't know if he's still here. If you're still here, give us a sign. Flick the lights or something. Seriously though, like, I don't know. I'm sure he's probably said this before. If not, I'll take it down later. No big deal. But there was once upon a time, Doug was actually considering trying to write a comedy, go do comedy, like way before I even considered it. But he is a traditional joke writer style comedian, not comedian. You know what I'm trying to say? He has the traditional style of a stand-up comic as far as joke writing is concerned. I don't know how to do that. I would love to if we could collaborate and just if he could try to explain to me, if he could dumb down what it is that these people are trying to say to me in these articles. I would like to just be able to try to understand, but I mean, I wouldn't mind. The big test for me, I think, is going to be if I even get to do it. I wrote into a comedian's podcast, Ryan Sickler. It's called the Honeydew Podcast. If you're not familiar, I highly suggest it. You give it a shot. It's a storyteller podcast where, before Honeydew was the crab feast and all that, but he basically has comedians on, and he says the slogan to the show is pretty much like we're highlighting the lowlights, right? So this dude's a storyteller, and he says these are the stories behind the storytellers. So he has comedians on, they tell stories, and they kill this dude. It's amazing that they make it seem fucking effortless, dude. But I think I could do it. And I'm not saying that because I'm trying to be shitty or I'm trying to downplay comedy, dude. I'm not. But I'm telling you, if this parking lot is any fucking indication, which I'm sure it absolutely isn't, but this is not an easy crowd out here, dude. These motherfuckers don't just laugh at anything. You gotta come correct, man. And they'll fucking check you if you say some shit that they don't appreciate. And getting heckled in the parking lot means you're getting punched in your fucking face. So stakes are pretty fucking high sometimes. But luckily that's not it. But what I'm trying to say is he has a show on Patreon. I don't have the $5 to spare a month to listen to it. So I have never listened to a single episode. I would love to. I don't have the money. That's a luxury. I don't have that luxury right now. Maybe a couple of years from now, I'll have a $5 to spare a month. I don't have it. So that sucks. I would love to support it. I can't. I was going to buy a fucking $30 hoodie off of the dude, and they wanted to charge me $20 for shipping from fucking California to here. Suck my dick, dude. I haven't checked YouTube videos on how to yet, only because I want to make sure that I get good information directly from the source, but that is a good idea. But I wrote into Stickler said, I'm doing the show on the Patreon where I'm going to do the honeydew with y'all, where if you have a story, you can email it to us. And basically, if we like it, we will have you on the Patreon. In the fucking room, there are people that will be live listening to it like you all are right now. I don't know how many there will be. And then it will also be this dude. And you have to tell your story. Now, there's no requirement that says that you have to be funny. But I look at this opportunity and I go, if I can make this motherfucker laugh, dude, then right, like that's it. That's great. If I can make this motherfucker laugh, dude, y'all are in trouble. Y'all are in trouble. But I'm hoping, I wrote in the weed story. I'm hoping that they will get back to me eventually, and I can tell the story. Hopefully, I don't fumble and fuck it up. But I got to see how I handle that pressure first. I don't think I can I know I could command the attention of a crowd. That's easy for me. Because all I got to do is just launch into a fucking story, because I bring myself back to that moment mentally. As I'm telling you the story, I'm reliving it. And I know I already act shit out already. And I'm not on stage in front of fucking people. So the only thing that would be different from what I normally do is I would just be doing it in front of more people than I would normally do, which obviously is fucking horrifying. But I mean, I think that would be the ultimate fuck you to life. That would be the ultimate fuck you to life and to my AV class at high school. I was too scared. To do this shit back then, but you see me now. You see me now, dude. It's a different fucking day now, dude. Petrified of the fucking camera. Still am. Who am I kidding? It's just now I realize I can use this shit as a tool to my advantage, hopefully. But I do want to try it. I can't hit fucking Doug up for everything. Although, I mean, this is what he wanted to do before. Now, I mean, I don't know, dude. I will do it. I'm sure it's not going to go anywhere. I would like to try to write 5 minutes, but I mean, dude, be honest, say what you were just going to say. For what? So nobody will actually watch it and give honest feedback to it without being like, hey, faggot, go fuck yourself. Your mom's gay, whatever it is they say. These fucking ridiculous human beings, right? But I want to try it at least. Why the fuck not? Dude, I'm only living once and I fucked my life up a whole bunch already, so why not? 5 minutes going to turn into a 30-minute special, dude. Do you know how crazy that would be? To go for, bro, dude, this is not an exaggeration. I slept on the floor in my mom's living room watching Comedy Central half-hour specials all day, every day. Waking up to fucking Premium Blend, dude, before it goes back to Comedy Central presents half hours all day, every day. Can you imagine how fucking crazy that would be? To be able to tell these, some of my fucking heroes, maybe, someday, right? Reach for the stars, man. I mean, as long as I'm not dancing with them, everything is okay, right? Dude, you know how crazy it would be to tell some of my fucking heroes, like, bro, you don't even understand. I hear these stories all the time from comedians I fucking love. They talk about how, you know, they wish they could do this shit, and they just decided one day to fucking do it. I know most people don't make it, and a lot of people are unknowns, but they still work the road and they enjoy doing it. I don't need to be rich. I don't need a fucking half hour on Comedy Central, but dude, that would be fucking crazy. That would be fucking crazy if I went from watching it to being on it. Fuck you, life. Suck my fucking cripple cock, bro. Fuck off. Fuck off. Overcame every obstacle you done thrown at me, and I still fucking am, you know, trying to succeed. Well, in that event, in that venue, I would be succeeding despite everything that they put against me. And I mean, of course, the fucked up part is that there would immediately be comparisons to fucking Josh Blue, which I can't wait, bro. You know how excited I would be? You know how excited I would be for a motherfucker to come and try to interview me and throw his name in my direction just so I could shit all over them? Just so I could shit all over them for trying to tie us in together? Like, bitch, don't act like you motherfuckers tried doing that with Biggie and Shine, dude. Don't fuck around. Those are two completely different people, and it's fucked up that you try to pretend it's not. Don't try to tell me that me and this dude are the fucking same. I'm not lazy. Can you imagine? I'm not even gonna do that. I'm not even gonna do that. I shouldn't be talking shit about anybody's work ethic. You know, I'm sure it's very difficult for him to be able to hold the pen a certain way when he's got to write shit. That wasn't that great. Besides, we all know he doesn't write with his swoosh arm anyway. So, you know, what the fuck? I don't know. That would be cool. I mean, but I don't know. I'm not getting my hopes up, dude. I'm not gonna get my hopes up because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. I would love to. That would be great if I just found out out of nowhere that I just had this ability, and then I could really go out and fail as a fucking storyteller, wannabe comic, and podcaster, dude. Then the trifecta would be fucking complete. I would be on an all-star trash team, 100%. Then maybe I can get my fucking teeth fixed, dude. Then I would have well, no, I wouldn't. Dude, there's no money in comedy till like 20 years in. And I'm already 36. That gives me 10 years. Everybody else has 20 to 30 years. I have 10. Before, you know, that fucking wheelchair starts creeping around in the hallway like those two little girls in the fucking Shining. Right? You just hear the fucking wheels squeaking. You just hear the wheels squeaking, and it's just a wheelchair just turning itself in a fucking hallway. You just see me down the hall looking down there like, I don't fucking think so, motherfucker. I don't think so. Why don't you go catch that old naked lady? Huh? Think she's trying to get out of a bathtub someplace. Why don't you go help her out and leave me the fuck alone? That would be cool, dude. I don't know. I hope so. Maybe you're right. You say shoot for the stars. You know, here we are a year and a half later, and I honestly think I have one of the fucking hardest working channels on fucking YouTube. We don't get recognized for that, but that's okay. That's all right. Don't matter. Don't matter. You know, we don't have the subscriber base that I feel we deserve. Not because I think I'm the shit. Not because I think I'm the shit. But if we look out into the deep, dark webs of internet land, you know, as well as I know, that there are people that have a lot more fucking fans than they deserve to have, dude. Because they're not putting effort in. They don't give a fuck about original content. All they care about is the numbers. Whereas I'm trying to build a movement here, dude. Oh, everybody says that. You know what, dude? That is like that Mike Righteous line where he goes, I'm heading to the, I'm not going to say top. That's what they all say. Fuck them, they're all fake, right? That's what he says. Fuck around, think I don't remember, dude. Like, I don't listen to shit on a regular basis. You got me fucked up. But, dude, I mean, I don't feel like we're at where we should be in this stage of the game. And don't get me wrong, for a year on something as big as the internet, we're not doing too bad for ourselves. 550 subscriptions, right? That's not bad. It's not great. It's not enough. We need more, but that means I got to build the catalog up more, which is what I'm doing. I'm trying to work the algorithms. So, you know, I'm going to have to figure out a way to divide up that 20 hours so that I can split it between, all right, I'm going to dedicate this many hours to the show that me and BCHQ do every week on a Tuesday. The live streams that we do. Then I gotta take the rest of that change and I gotta divvy it up between the remaining time in the month. So I can work the channel into the algorithms and let people know that if you fuck with big and heavy, I get up in the ass like a wedgie. It says who? It says me. The lyrical, right? That's how it goes. They say Biggie off the street does a miracle. I think that's how it goes. I haven't listened to it in a while. Not really sure. Especially the second stop buying this shit right here. This is the shit left over when they're done bottling the Snapple. I like Arizona for the fact that they still have them big ass cans that'll give you the diabetes for $1. I appreciate that, but the taste quality really does take a fucking dip, dude. Snapple is way better. I gotta write the set. Don't worry, I'm gonna try. I gotta figure out. I'm gonna do a little more research since we don't have another live, not live to do until Monday. Maybe I'll do some research this weekend. Try to look into some shit. See if I can find some videos on joke writing and stuff like that. Because the episode, the example that the guy that wrote the article made, I think I saved it. I think I'll show you. I'll put the link in the chat. So if you want to pull up the article that I was reading, if you're interested, I'm not saying that you are or that you have to know what's going on, because I was going to read this to you anyway. But if you would like to take a read and, you know, see how you feel about it, if I can find where the fuck I put it. Ew. I actually wrote that? Fuck you. See, I make fun of Wawa for saying dumb shit. And I said some lame shit about fucking birds and flocks or whatever, trying to make jokes. Come on, man. I know I bet you I put it in the YouTube description, didn't I? Yep, there it is. How to structure a funny story. I'm going to put the link in the description for you. Not the description. You know what the fuck I'm trying to say. In the comments here. There you go. That is the one. This is the one right here that I was reading. I have to finish it still. But on this article, there's the dude goes into telling a story. And that is supposed to illustrate how storytelling, joke writing is done. I have to tell you, nothing personal against the dude that wrote this article. Like I said like 5 times, he's very informed. And I enjoyed reading it. I'm going to read it again and probably a few more times after that. But I found the video that he put up on his website was the very opposite of helpful. And I mean, this may be where my learning disability comes into place. I'm having trouble comprehending what it is that he's trying to show me. I watched the clip that he posted, and I don't see where the steps are that the story starts, idles, continues, idles, continues, idles, continues, and ends. I don't see where the dots connect. Now, maybe I need to watch it over again. Maybe I missed something, but I watched it a few times, dude, and I was kind of upset at myself because I'm like, dude, this is not helpful at all. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be seeing. I don't know if maybe it was the delivery. I don't want to shoot the messenger if I'm the one that is not able to understand the message. That's entirely possible. Look, apparently I have learning disabilities. They told me my whole life that I couldn't concentrate on anything, which is absolutely not true. I'm doing this right now, aren't I? Right? Like, I can concentrate. You have to pique my interest, man. You know? Science bored me. I'm sorry. I don't compounds things maybe isn't a good teacher. Well, you know what? Let's real quick, since we're here, let me just load it up real fast because I would like to get a little bit of a take on it. Okay, now let me screen share it because I want to show you the video. Maybe you see the steps that I don't see. Okay. Here we go. Now look, I've read all this already. You need, go, get, return. Every story, every time. What that means is apparently these are the rules of engagement. These are the steps that you have to follow if you want success writing a fucking story. I don't even know if I do these things when I tell stories or if I don't. Maybe I do it naturally. I don't even realize. I'm not sure. But I'm going to go ahead and skip down to the video. See, look, Act 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, here we go. I'll read you this real quick. Like, so he said, this is a basic graph where the intensity of action in the story is the y-axis. Already, you lost me. Rises and falls as we move through time, x-axis. I don't know what does that mean. I was terrible at math. I know how to do weed grams. That's it. I know how to do weed math. I can count to an ounce. I know how to do that. If you give me an ounce, I can double it. I know how to do that. I don't know how to do math. Billy Wilder once said, more or less, in every story, you meet a man, and by the end of Act 1, you have him climb a tree. By the end of Act 2, you set the tree on fire. And in Act 3, you get him out of the tree. He wrote Some Like It Hot and a number of other incredibly successful comedy films in the 50s and 60s, none of which I have personally seen, but it does make me feel smarter to reference him here, and his guidance is pretty spot on too. Here's what our story arc should look like. Again, now, this is where I kind of left off the last time. This is where he lost me. Right here, 1A, 2A. The little circle marked 1A is the inciting incident, the thing that makes the man start climbing the tree. The circle labeled 2A is where the tree catches on fire. This is all nice and metaphorical, but here's what it really means for you. Whatever story you want to tell, whatever incident from your life happens that you want to repeat, the inciting incident is where the story really gets rolling and there's no turning back. There's so many things that we can say in our lives that we can never unsay. Circle 1A is where the first one in the story is said. He's using physics to explain it. Ugh, worst way to. Okay, so at least I know I'm not fucking crazy. Because when I'm reading this, I'm going, I don't know what the fuck this guy is on about right now, dude. I don't see what does algebra have to do with comedy. And now I find out it's not even algebra, it's fucking physics. So that just goes to show you how fucking dumb I am, dude. Right? And then he goes on to say, if this is a story about a estranged marriage, 1A is where you say, you know, I've always thought your sister was the more attractive one. First of all, who the fuck are you dating? Secondly, I'm glad I don't have that problem. 3, sorry, Ness, it's not personal. You know, you literally are like a fucking sister to me. I love you to death, but I made the right choice. That's all I'm trying to say. Not saying you dodged a bullet too, I'm sure. Believe me, I know I'm no picnic, but god damn it, man. You know. All right. So anyway, now that we're past that uncomfortable moment, 2A is where that gets repeated and you find out that the feeling is mutual at Thanksgiving. So does that mean that she wants to fuck her sister as well? Rim shot, right? Right? This is the level of fucking comedy you folks come to see? You know what I really should do, dude? If Mark Norman was a fucking storyteller comic, bro, I would love to get that guy on and be like, dude, that's a little too big. Can we not do that? How can we fix this? How can we fix this? A little bit less? There's no in between? Whatever. All right. We'd love to get Mark on and be like, dude, how the fuck do I do it? But he can't say no, so his guest spot would mean absolutely nothing to me. I just want him to be able to. He has to want to do it. And besides, I don't want to fucking bug him about comedy anyway. It's just lame, right? So, 1A is Luke Skywalker. You know what, dude? I don't care. I don't watch that movie. I teach a 5-part story structure that lies within this 3-act structure. Every story is made up of 5 parts. You should at least ask Mark what's the best way to go about doing it. That's true. I think he'll probably say just do it, fatty. That's probably what he would say. If I can I'll shoot him a message at a human hour tomorrow on Instagram. I'll be like, dude, no, I don't want to fucking do that. Let me leave the guy alone. Because I really like him, dude. I don't want to fucking, you know what I mean? I don't want him to be like, oh, another fucking queef asking me what my opinion is, like I know what the fuck I'm doing. You know? But he's a good guy, that fucking Mark Norman. He's alright with me. You need go get return. You is the audience meets a person, and that person is you. Who are you? Who is that person inside that says, hey, I'm hungry, right? What is your everyday life like? Mine, dog, of course it's real. I don't remember the rest of that line, but I know that a few minutes after that he says, I guess you're all on your dean and I ain't on mine. Stop it, Aki, before I send shots to your body. That's some Beanie Siegel shit. Off of the Dynasty record, dude. Old shit. You know, back before I was not smart enough to realize what the fuck I was listening to. But Beanie Siegel's alright. But, I mean, come on, dude. Jadakiss is the fucking man. I think we all know that already. Need. For purposes of this story, what do you need? If it's just a sandwich, why do you want that particular sandwich? Why are you so hungry? In a developed world that struggles with obesity, why did you skip lunch? Why did you skip breakfast? Who made you hate yourself so much that you deny yourself a delicious, convenient sandwich? Go. What makes you go get the sandwich? What did you do to go and get it? You get it. How you end up getting the sandwich. Is it as good as you thought it would be? In the story, the lusted after sandwich is always a little dry and disappointing, as my girlfriend usually is. No. I was gonna say, as my girlfriend usually is whenever I try to make a sexual advance towards her. Huh? She's dry and uninterested. Fucking come on, man. That's funny. Somewhere that's funny. The return. Have you broken your diet forever? Will you ever lust for a sandwich again? What will you say to the cruel monster that told you you look fat enough to ruin sandwiches forever? It's a simple structure, but the permutations are endless. Right? Now we're going to skip ahead, and here's the story. For the sake of time, we only have 6 minutes left because I'm going to cut this at 2 hours, but here we go.
I keep that going for Jeff coming to the stage now. Come on, Brooklyn!
Where Brooklyn at? Right? I got 11 Mac 11s, 9 Mac 9s, whatever the fuck he says.
My head has been exactly the same size since I was in the 5th grade. I've just gained like 200 pounds. And since I'm here in Brooklyn talking about my feelings on stage, it's safe for all of y'all to assume that I was bullied at that age. Since you're here, it's safe to assume that you guys were bullied here. We're all in this together.
That's right.
This is a city where nerds win. I don't want your pity.
Guy, he's taking a fucking page out of my handbook, goddammit. He's taking a page out of my handbook, goddammit. He must be watching my live stream.
The enormous heads, but when I was in my neighborhood, the kids were mean. They held my sister underwater at the pool way longer than I ever would have. I knew her limits. That's blood. They were outsiders. And I tried to fight them about it. And it was me, when I was in the 5th grade, up against a bunch of guys all at once. It was a Wolverine situation. I was like, I'm going to just kick as many nutsacks as I can, figure it out on the way down. And I got a couple guys, and then 2 9th graders held me to the ground and literally said, hey, that's not fair. He's fighting dirty. Let's get him. And they held my face in the mulch and kicked me in my face every time I came up for air. I inhaled a bunch of Vans and Airwalks. It was the late 80s. And I
Camp DC, bitch. What do you want to do?
I got home and I was just riding my bike all crooked and I was really scared. They cracked one of my ribs. I had 2 black eyes. I told my dad. My dad was in the CIA. He put up with no shit. And he was like, look, this is terrible. This is really bad, but I don't want to get involved. You have to learn how to fight for yourself, because people whose parents get too involved too early can't do anything for themselves when they grow up. And it's terrible. So we went in the basement and he helped wipe some blood on my face. We did a little pad work in the basement. He taught me how to block some stuff. And he was like, listen, there's going to be a fight. You might as well throw the first punch. That's your advantage, but don't start a fight, which is logically complicated for a 5th grader. Dad bought me a lot of new glasses that year, but then one time I was coming home from the bus and all those guys circled me and they pulled out a switchblade and they popped it. And they held it up to my arm and they dragged it like this. And
Pussies.
Started coming out of my coat. And they
fucking
said,
pussies.
Did you take a little lunch for us today, Jeffrey? Did you? And I've always had a sharper
Motherfuckers.
tongue than survival instinct. So I just said, no, dumbass, you should have robbed me before lunch.
Fuck yeah,
Uh,
dude. Fuck yeah,
they
dude.
shoved-
That's some fucking shit I would say for sure, which is why I was getting my ass fucked up all the time.
And I ran home and I was terrified, shaking and crying on the bed of my dad's pickup truck. And then my dad said, what are you doing out here? And I told him, he's like, oh no, follow me. And we were walking up the driveway real quick. And he was like, and I was like, I thought you said you weren't going to get involved. He goes, this is different. There's a line. And he goes up to the kid, 9th grade kid, adult man, walks up to him. The kid's like playing with a switchblade and sitting on a skateboard. My dad just goes, boom, and kicks him on the ground and pins him like a cockroach. And the kid is just flopping around. He's got his foot on his sternum. He goes, this is really fucking fun, picking on somebody smaller than me. I see why you're into it. And he was like, give me the switchblade. And I went for it. And he goes, not you. Nobody in this family's getting fingerprints on a switchblade. You pick it up. And he takes it like that. And he's like, uh-huh. He throws it in the gutter. And he says, I would hate for anybody's parents to have to find out about this. And they were like, no, we're not telling our parents. Not like I would hate for people to find out because I would go to jail. But, and we were going home. And I said, Dad, what? And he was like, look, man. So when something super wrong is happening, like super wrong, you have to get involved or else you're doing it too. You got to put a stop to it. I was like, right. Get beat up a lot, but I'm going to figure this out.
You and me both, brother.
Some time went on, and you can look at this. You see the glasses, you see this, and you hear the bullying story. You know I'm super into Batman. So I was watching The Dark Knight in IMAX a couple years ago with some buddies. We got perfect seats. We're sitting there.
Hold on. I if I could, I know I'm supposed to end it. God damn it. Just hold on a second.
IMAX a couple years ago with some buddies, where you know I'm super into Batman. So I was watching.
I find that interesting right there. He chose to step on that laugh rather than let it happen. But I wonder if that was because he knew he was running out of time, or if he has the bit down so well, like he knows exactly how long it's going to take him to get through it. But I did find it interesting that he chose to step on the reaction of the crowd, which is arguably the only reason why he's doing it. I mean, I know that happens sometimes and you have to do that. I'm just saying.
The Dark Knight in IMAX a couple years ago with some buddies. We got perfect seats. We're sitting there and it's amazing. It's everything I'd hoped it would be. And then some asshole behind me is just like talking to his girlfriend like we're just a bunch of pillows like in his IMAX living room. Just a bunch of unfuckable real dolls, and he's the only real person. And he's just like, oh yeah, are we going to the party? I don't know. What do you think? And then I was just like, Christ, they turned around and gave him this twice because his tickets are $20 and it's Batman, goddammit, and that's wrong.
$20 blow
his
me.
Phone rings.
Movie ticket. Fuck
and he
outta
takes
here.
the call and he says, hello? No, I can't talk. I'm watching Batman. Okay, sure. Yeah, we'll be there. All right. Okay, and he hangs up and he turns to his girlfriend and he says, Jimmy called. I told him I couldn't talk because we were watching Batman. And I'm just like, oh, God, it's a cultural event and you're on your fucking phone. So wrong. Oh. And then
that's some black shit right there.
Something again.
That's some black shit right there. I don't care what anybody fucking says about anything. There are cultural differences between white people and black people, and naming things is one of those differences. I just think that's an interesting choice, but yeah, I don't see how that's gonna work.
Instead of boutique, she wants to be placed with the king. So that's why I said boutique.
Would you shut up? And I just put my hand on his knee like that, and he went for my face real quick. And I just remembered all those years of people lunging for my glasses, so I blocked it and threw a punch back. Just the training kicked in, and then and I missed, but he felt the wind off, and I grabbed his shirt because I was going to do it this time. And then some shit blew up in Gotham City, and it lit up the whole theater. And he was 14. And I was an adult man about to punch a teenager in the face at a Batman movie. So I just let it go. Because there's always a reason to indulge your self-righteous outrage. And if you look for it, then you're an adult man that's looking for a reason to punch somebody. And you will find it. And then the cops will come and you will have to tell them, no, I had a great reason, but it's really a rich tapestry that started 20 years ago. Just go ahead, guys. Thanks.
All right, so as you could probably tell, I don't understand where the steps in what he was explaining get applied in him telling that story, especially because it seemed that that particular set was rushed in comparison to something he probably could have filmed that same set without the crowd and just explained piece by piece. You know, I don't think he should be teaching comedy. He looks depressed and sounds like the after show. He is going backstage to call a suicide hotline. Holy fucking shit. Shots fired. Well, I mean, you know. Well, I mean, I gotta do some more searching, figure it out, but I have to end this so I don't go into all the time that me and fucking BCHQ are gonna need on Tuesday. So we will resume this conversation at some point. Live Not Live will begin again on Monday. Podcast is out in 4 hours Eastern Standard Time because it's 1 a.m. basically right now. It's 12:55.
And if anybody knows if these are supposed to be weeds or, you know, are these my green peppers? I think that they're weeds.
But yeah, we definitely have to go back into this conversation again, dude. Appreciate whoever stopped into the live stream. Since I've started this, it's either been a 1 or a 0, and in the last 5 minutes, it's jumped up to 3 or 4 and then gone back down to 0 again. So I never have any idea how many people are actually watching this thing at any given time. So appreciate everybody that stopped by. Live Not Live, Monday through Friday. Podcast, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, laughing at fucking birds. T-shirts, long sleeves, hoodies, $10, $20, and $30 respectively. $5 deposit required for any fucking work you want done before it gets done. And that $5 will be put towards the ultimate final cost of whatever the item is that you're going to get, because we will hold your fucking ass to a deposit. So if you decide to flake out at the last fucking minute, she doesn't get completely fucked. So there that is.
Materials on, you know, somebody that wants to be hired.
Yeah. So
and doesn't.
Yeah. That wants work and then doesn't want it when they actually have to fucking pay for it. So buy a shirt, buy a long sleeve. Winter's coming. I'm grabbing hoodies and skull caps soon. Hopefully, we'll discuss that when we get there. Patreon is $1. No tiers. What the fuck are you doing, man? That's all I'm saying. Content will be added to it daily. From now on, if there is a podcast video, I'll be sticking it on the fucking Patreon, but I'm honestly too lazy to record a video every fucking week and edit it because I'm too involved with the audio. Sitting on 7 extra hours, I could upload at any point. And I've also flirted with the idea of getting every episode of Laughing at Birds and putting it on the Patreon just as a back catalog for it to be there, even though all the episodes should be listed except for the ones that I had to fucking remove. And then, you know, I don't know where they all disappeared to. It's another story for another day. I gotta fucking end this shit before it gets too goddamn late. Appreciate everybody that supports. Those of you that just watch and listen, still appreciate it. Rate the fucking podcast. You'd be doing me a favor. Follow me on the social medias at Laughing Birds Pod on the Instagram, at Laughing Birds on Twitter. And I think that about covers everything. Spotify, iTunes, Anchor.fm. Check your local podcast listings, and I will catch you cock smokers on Monday, or better yet, in a couple of hours when you hear this week's episode.